minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. We took last Sunday off, but with me here, as always, is Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What is up, my man? How you doing today?
Michael, I'm doing fantastic, buddy. It's great to see you. It's great to be here with our amazing horror fans, buddy. It's something I look forward to all week long, but man, I'm ready for another fantastic show, buddy. Glad to be here, man.
Yeah, definitely. Got a lot of stuff that I want to try to get through tonight, and it's kind of a little bit making up for, not being here last week. Another thing for, anticipating, later on this week, because Dylan's New Nightmare comes out this week. So there will be a show when that comes out. That's supposed to drop August 31st, which is in just a few days.
I can't wait.
Definitely looking forward to that one. I know that it's something that we've covered on the show, pretty much since, this show started. We've been talking a little bit about Dylan's New Nightmare here and there, having Cecil and Robert on the show, watching the trailer, reacting to that. I mean, we've been pretty heavily involved in, that coming out on this channel. So I can't wait, man. Like, this is definitely, I'm excited about this one for sure.
And I'm jealous. You have seen Dylan's New Nightmare, and that bugs me, man. That bugs me. I wasn't able to get there with you to see the premiere, and I'm glad you were able to. But we have, man. It seems like we've been covering it for a long time. But I also love a build-up, man. I love a build-up. So I can't wait, Michael. I can't wait to see it, man.
So that's big this week. I mean, today's kind of big as well. We'll be having a special guest on a little later on in the show that'll be here that hasn't really had, his time of just hanging out with me and you yet. I'm definitely excited about that. So he should be here around 9. I'll let you guys know who that is in a little bit. And we have a chat full of people today, which I'm always happy to get through and say what's up to everybody. So let's see who we got tonight.
Yes.
See who we got. I see that Mad Mom Teresa Stevens was on here at 3:30 this afternoon and saying it's 3:30, gang, and I smashed that like button. Remember, if you go on the channel early, like it. It helps out the channel. Thank you, Teresa. Like, that's something I always forget to mention. And, you and I really aren't that good about, please hit that like and subscribe if you like, and our mods remind us all of that.
I don't think I've ever mentioned it.
We do our best, right? We do our best. Callie's in the chat saying, hey, what's up, Callie? What's going on?
Hello, Callie. Hello. Welcome.
Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying, I'm here, and it wouldn't be the same on Sunday nights without Jerry in the chat. What is up, my man?
Jerry, you are my boy, man, and it's great to have you on here, Jerry.
Lydia in the chat, one of my mods, saying, Heidi ho, everyone. What's up, Lydia?
Heidi ho, Lydia.
Russell Dorsey's in the chat saying, what's up, everyone? I smashed that like button before I came in this awesome stream and chat. Happy Sunday, everyone. What is up, Russell? What is up, my man?
Russell, same to you. And you are, without a doubt, you know, I miss you like crazy, man. You bring so much to this, man, and it's good to have you on here, buddy. Good to see you, Russell.
Val from Val's Views, the General, is saying happy Sunday, you all. So we will give the salute to the General in the chat. And I do want to remind everyone, if you don't know in the chat, Val told me this a couple days. Today is Val's birthday. So Val, happy birthday from Movies and Beyond. And we're so grateful that you're here every weekend. And the amount of things you do for me in the mod chat and taking care of everything, it means so much to me. Happy birthday, my friend.
Yeah, I could not have said it better. Happy birthday, Val, and thank you for all you do. Happy birthday.
Let's see, who else do we have here? You guys chat so much before we get started. I love every freaking minute of it. And James has entered the chat. The Shape James is here saying, hi there, everybody. Hope you had a great day. What is up, James? What is up, my man?
James, man, good to see you, my friend. Great to see you on here, buddy. Great to see you.
Brittany Witten's in the chat saying, evening, fellas. What's up, Brittany?
Hello, Brittany. Great to see you. Hello.
All right, let's see. Another one of my mods, Bye-Bye Polar, is in the chat saying, happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, Polar. How you doing?
Hello, Polar. Hello.
Denisha Lane's in the chat saying, hey, everyone, I'm so new to the chat, but I see y'all. What is up, Denisha? We're so happy to have you here. I've seen Denisha on many other streams and many other channels. Definitely happy to have you here, Denisha. Welcome to Movies and Beyond.
Absolutely, man. I'd love newbies. Denisha, welcome. Welcome to Movies and Beyond.
Yvonne's in the chat saying, what's up, Michael and Matt? What is going on?
Hello, welcome. Welcome.
Kim's in the chat saying, hey, everyone, I hope you had a great weekend. What is up, Kim? I hope you had a great weekend, too.
Kim, I hope you had a great weekend as well, and I hope that you enjoy your new Halloween Ends mask. I hope you love that, and great to see you, Kim. Great to see you. She won that, Michael, on the last giveaway.
I remember that. I do remember that.
That's awesome.
That is super cool. Polar's reminding everybody, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. See, they're so good with it, man. They're so good. Hit that thumbs up for us. I see we got 21 people in the chat right now. Let's make sure we're hitting that like button. That definitely helps out the channel to let everybody else know that we are streaming. Let's see, who else do we have here? Everybody's in here tonight. Emily Jeffries in the chat saying, hi, guys. What is up, Emily? How you doing tonight?
Emily, it is great to see you in here, Emily. Welcome. Welcome to Movies and Beyond. Good to see you, Emily.
Crazy Dreamers in the chat saying, what's up, Matt? It's your friend Stephanie from Horror Hound.
Oh, man, that's Stephanie. Great to see you on here. Great to see you on here. And welcome. Welcome to Movies and Beyond, Stephanie.
John's in the chat saying, hi, guys and gals. What is up, John?
That's man. John's my boy. John is my boy. And it's John, what's up, buddy? What's up?
My Chunky Jordy, I hope I'm saying that right, is in the chat saying, hi, everyone. What is up? What is going on?
Yeah, let me try to say it. My Chunky Jordy. Chunky Jordy, welcome.
Trying to get everybody here. You guys are so great with this. Seriously. Oh my God. Trying to get through everybody. You guys know I'm slow with chat, but it works out. It is just fine.
We have nowhere to be.
Christopher Vernon in the chat saying, first time watcher, going to be a long time fan. Thank you for the content. Christopher, that means a lot. And we're welcome to Movies and Beyond for sure. We will do our best to entertain you every time you come through, for sure.
Yeah, Christopher, man, it's great to see you on here, buddy. Christopher just purchased an amazing mask through the company, and I can't wait for him to receive that and be able to display that in his collection. But Christopher, man, great to see you on here, my friend. Great to see you.
So I actually think that we are caught up with the chat saying hello to everyone. There has been a lot of back and forth chat with everybody talking to each other. And that's something that we definitely, love to promote here, that you guys are all talking in the chat. I absolutely love to look down and see the chat full of people and people having conversations about, all the things. The amount of people saying hello to everyone in the chat just tells me alone that, everybody's happy to see everybody here. And that's the community that we definitely want to have in here.
Michael, I gotta jump on that and piggyback that. You're absolutely right, man. We want to be close knit, man, and horror is good people, and that's what we want in here, man, and that's what we're doing. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
For
you
sure.
guys chat it up, man. Chat it up.
For sure. So, being caught up in the chat, there was some news that came out last week that I, with us not being on here, I really didn't get to talk too much about, but I do want to just talk a little bit about it today, because I think it's kind of, a big deal. Well, it's potentially a big deal, especially with the new movie, The Nun, coming out, right? So, what is being reported out right now is that, Bonnie Aarons is suing Warner Brothers. She has accused Warner Brothers Discovery of withholding money, from her. And it's kind of like, I have an article from oh God, what are they called? Collider, where they talk a little bit about it. And, I don't want to spend too terribly much time on it because, we don't really know, tons of stuff to do with it, but the implications that could have with, Bonnie Aarons and Warner Brothers and, The Nun, and with that coming out, and do you take The Nun away? Is it that bad of a lawsuit to where she's like, hey, you guys owe me money, I'm done, The Nun 2, that's it, peace out, Warner Brothers? Or, how big of a deal, could this really be for not only The Nun, but the Conjuring universe in general, right?
Yeah, I had to go back to Matt for him for this, man, because you punched a nerve there, Michael. It's wild. I got to touch on that a little bit with you, Michael, at the convention where I got to meet her, and she was fantastic. But I had given her a mask to sign that was a custom mask, and she could have given two what's about me, but she was zoned in on that mask, and I even gave her the tag, like she was looking at taking pictures of it. And so it's something like I don't want to dig too deep, like, because it can go so many ways, like are they selling her face, and she's not getting a dime for it, like, because that's not cool, are you but it just made me look at that interaction I had with her in such a different light once you told me about the whole lawsuit thing, because she forgot all about it. I wasn't even there. She was just like, what's this mask? Where'd you get it? Can I take a picture of the tag?
You heard it here first. Mad Matt is responsible for no, I'm just kidding.
I'm serious though, man. That was she was, man. And
that's craziness, man.
So when you said that about the lawsuit, it just all clicked, man. But yeah, I gave her. I mean, I won't, but I got the mask right over here that she signed. But once I handed that to her, and she hadn't seen it before, dude, it consumed her. It consumed her. Where she was looking and taking so many pictures of the tag, I finally said, do you want to keep that? Because I don't need a tag, And she goes, yeah, and she kept it. So I was.
It's gonna be Exhibit A.
So I might have to go to the courtroom, and
it's gonna be Exhibit A, Whorehound Cincinnati 2023. I have this tag right here. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. So when you told me about that, it all clicked. I'm like, well, that makes sense, because the whole time I just thought she thought my mask was cool, and I'm like, well, it's cool, but it's not that damn cool.
Right.
It's like, okay. But yeah,
you heard it here first, folks.
She
like, oh my God,
a penny from that mask, and was like, hell no. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I got the autograph, and she, she didn't just say it's on you.
The crazy thing is, in all actuality, in all realness, I'm pretty sure that, her looking at, your tag, I'm sure there were multiple tags that she's looked at through multiple conventions. Like, hang on a minute, I didn't receive anything from this. That's my face. Why the hell aren't you guys giving me money for this?
I'm telling you, I didn't know what to think, but she started looking at that thing top to bottom, taking pictures of the front of the tag, the back of the tag, asked me if she could open the tag up because it was like a little folding thing, and I was go ahead, what am I going to say to Bonnie Aarons?
Right.
Have at it. Where I finally said, do you want it? And she's like, yeah. Like, here you go, take it. I don't need it.
That is freaking craziness.
The whole Fifth Element thing. Take it. I don't need it.
It's for the love of God. Yeah. Valak stole my tag. Like, seriously, that's freaking crazy, man. But yeah, so, looking over this stuff, dude, and you think about, with all the stuff going on with like SAG and the after stuff, this is another thing that kind of falls into that. Not only are they not being paid for, their performances and them, wanting to not give, them the rights and stuff like that. It's like, now you're looking at merchandise. Are you keeping merchandise from me? Are you keeping, if you saw your face on a mask and, asking anyone in the chat here, you'd probably be like, hold on for a minute. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
That's me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I do get it from Bonnie Aaron's, point of view,
Yeah.
Don't sell my shit and not give me a dime for it. I get that.
That's crazy. And John throws up this comment saying, I hate this news. They'll just fire her and recast the role. I hope they don't. Dude, to me, I feel like,
I can see it, John.
Bonnie Aaron's face is Bonnie Aaron's face, though. Like, she has a unique look, right?
I think that's why he's saying he hates that. Yeah.
She has a very unique look. And I really just don't feel like any of that would be the same without her. Like, I really hope that they don't as well. And I really want her to get what she deserves, because at the end of the day, I feel like if that's your face, that's your likeness, you deserve that money.
Or they'll come out with this weird CGI trying to look like her, and it's just going to be god awful. Like,
That's crazy.
Man, and I'm sure she's, it's not like, I don't know. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't think she's asking for, millions, but don't sell my face and not just put totally behind my back and not give me a dime for it. Like,
right.
I get that. That's BS.
Now, Jerry brings up a point saying she asked about my bust also. Now,
okay.
When you start to get into things like that, and that's kind of a kind of a gray area to where you go on like Etsy or something, right? And you buy like a nun bust, that none of that went to her. That was someone's creative,
Correct.
So I wonder
and they can call that sick nun,
right. So I wonder where that falls in too. You know what I mean? To those types of things. Like it's kind of like, I'm no expert, but I would imagine it comes down to if that merchandise is licensed. Right. Yeah.
If it's licensed. But yeah, if you make something that looks like her and call it, batshit nun or something, like I think you're cool. I think you're good.
Yeah. And Jerry said, "Don't worry, I told her I got it from Mad Matt's mask." Oh, Jerry's a trip, man. I can't. Oh my God.
Appreciate it, Jerry. I'll take all the heat.
John said, "Way to go, Matt. You're going to get subpoenaed to court. Exhibit A." This is Mad Matt's mask. I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. Oh, let's see. Lydia said, "We'll find a way to live stream Matt's court appearance." Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. I'll throw my intro up and everything, dude. We'll throw the Mad Matt's mask intro up there and everything. It'll be fantastic. Love it. Sarah Campbell
he said it was custom. He said it was his own sculpt. I didn't look at the tag. I'm sorry.
just a look like I don't even know. I have no idea. Sarah Campbell's in the chat saying, "Hey, what's up, Sarah? Welcome to Movies and Beyond for sure."
Hello, Sarah. It's a circus in here, but welcome.
Jerry said, "Don't worry, he's a lawyer. He's got you, man." You picture Jerry up there.
Oh my God, Jerry.
Look, if we get the fine, I'll twerk for you on Sundays. It'll be just fine. We got this. We could love it, man. Absolutely love it. I got it. John is saying, I got to assume that her contract stipulates her likeness and can be used any way related to merchandise, promotions, etc. Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man. Like,
now,
it's
would that
really
be
tough.
saying like that does she not get a percentage from the merchandise if they use her likeness?
I think like, what you were saying, it depends on, how it's coming out. Like let's say, I know that I don't think that they do, but let's say that Trick or Treat Studios has a nun mask, right? I'm sure that they are under contract with Warner Brothers to sell that, and in turn, Bonnie Aarons gets a cut of that contract. I would assume, I guess it all
her NECA figure,
right? I guess it all depends on contracts and all that stuff. That
now the mask I had that was signed by her was purchased on Etsy as a custom piece. So I don't know either. I don't know, but she forgot I was even there. Yeah. she did, and she was all over this mask, man. I was just like watching her like just examine this mask and the tag, and I just the whole time I thought it was strange. But so then when you came up to me talking about the lawsuit she had, it totally made sense. And
it's like an instant flashback for you.
Yeah,
like, holy shit.
For real. It was.
I can see that.
It was because, I was blindsided, man. I just wanted her signed mask so I could go home and display it. Like,
jeez.
Wasn't trying to get all,
Oh, Jerry, you're wrong for this one. I'm telling you right now. He says, as far as money, she's got none. Well, what's wrong with him? Jerry, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with Jerry? The Shape James is saying, Mike, is that Jason X mask behind you? Yes, I actually got it at Whorehound. I did finally get me a Jason X mask, and I absolutely love it for sure.
And I will go one further because I don't know if the Shape will ask, but Michael, could you give us a little close up of that? It's kind of, if you don't mind, just it's gorgeous, and there's a lot of Jason fans on here. If you can't, if it's too delicate, I get it.
It's not as delicate. It's kind of the way I have it setting up here. Hopefully, I can get it back. But
dude,
So super cool.
Super screen accurate.
Yeah. So
super screen accurate is what I see. Like
the guy I got it from said it was a mold from the actual mask. And I can see it. Like I've looked at a lot of, the Jason X still shot because I always want to double check. Somebody will tell you something. But the coolest thing about it that I love so much is it comes apart. So like these are magnetic, so it actually separates to where if you want to be that guy and actually put it on, you actually can. And then the magnets just hook right back in here. Assuming
and I'll say this, not that I'm like looking to like set you at ease or anything, but
yeah,
I know where you got that, and you got that at Mask Fest. That's where you're gonna find the guy that, dude, he's not BSing you. That thing is freaking screen accurate. Had you picked that up at the local,
it's cool, man, because I always wanted an X mask, but when I went there, I didn't anticipate getting one. So it was just, man, I was really happy with that one, for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little jelly.
Hell yeah.
I don't have an X, man. I need an
X. John is also saying the studio could shut Etsy shops down if they wanted. Disney shut down shops making I don't know how to say that name, hats from Firefly, but usually not worth their effort. Okay, so I mean that's cool. I would hate for them to put a restriction on stuff like that. Like that is showing people's ability to do things and to share their stuff. And for sure, man, for sure. Wayne Turner's in the chat saying, hi all, it's 10:28 a.m. Monday here in Sydney, Australia. Sadly, I can't stay. Screen 7 needs better writing than 6. He's going to throw that out there. I agree, man. Like, seriously. We're going to jump on the screen for a minute. Yeah, for sure. I was not a huge fan of 6, but definitely. Let's see. My Chunky Jordy is saying, I think they have to be given a percentage to get the rights for using their image from a film, but don't quote me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know, the law on that. I'm not a lawyer. But you would start to think about things like that is likeness rights and stuff like that they should get a percentage. But
I've browsed, like, as far as like when you're talking customs, I've browsed Etsy too much. And I've seen a lot of sites that'll have, where I guess I take it up as they're just playing it safe, where they'll have, say a really nice Freddy mask, and they call it like the burnt guy or something like that. Yeah. For a while I was like, what are they doing? But now it kind of makes sense. Like,
right,
if you don't have those rights, I think that's the safe way to go about it.
Definitely.
So
Sure. Brandon from I Like Scary is in the chat saying, what's up, guys? What's up, Brandon? What's up, my man?
Great to see you on here, Brandon.
Another thing, tomorrow at 8 p.m., I will be going live again. So I have back-to-back shows on Movies and Beyond tonight. Brandon will be joining me tomorrow at 8 p.m., and we will be talking Halloween Lives and everything coming with that. Talking a little bit about Indiegogo. If you are a fan of I Like Scary, which I know every one of you are, and if you're not, you need to go over and check out his channel. He has great content over there. The movie Halloween Lives right now is in Indiegogo, so it is crowdfunding. So, it has a lot of good perks that you could possibly go in and buy and check out for sure. And the funds are needed to make this movie. And if you've seen the teaser trailer, it came out. It looks fantastic. Definitely support my man Brandon over at I Like Scary, and he will be here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And we will be talking all about Halloween Lives. Maybe
I have no doubt. Like, I haven't got to get in the nitty gritty with you guys, but from what I've seen, from Brandon's channel and stuff, he is a true Michael Myers guy, man. And so sure. I have no doubt that he's gonna make a killer film. And not only does he have an amazing channel, but the guy's got an amazing collection as well. And that's where I get intrigued as well. But yeah, guys, I'll just piggyback off Michael. If you haven't checked out what he's got going on over there, check out I Like Scary.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And if you haven't already, I'm going to try to do my best to do better at this. Make sure you guys have hit that like button for us for tonight. Like I said, it definitely helps out the channel. And we've got so much going on here, Matt. Let's go ahead and run this intro because we're already almost 30 minutes in. And I definitely want to show you guys, it is a short fan film tonight. It's only a 6-minute fan film, but it is the fan film that got Michael into fan film. So that's a question I've been asked a lot. What got you into fan films, this and that? And I want to show you guys what got me into fan films tonight.
Let's do it.
It's a 6-minute movie. I'm going to drop us out of the chat, and I will catch up on the chat as soon as we get back. Let's go ahead and run this intro, and we will be right back.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. Here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew hell would not have him.
His death.
Hello, Sydney. Are you alive? Force will be with you always.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
All right, so the intro is through, and I definitely want to make sure, because I mentioned this earlier in the show, and we have a lot more people here now. If you have not wished Val a happy birthday, make sure you are wishing the general a happy birthday in the chat for sure. Val, if you didn't hear me before, I will say it again. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday.
I'm gonna piggyback on that. Happy birthday, Val. And Michael, I have one more. I have one more birthday, and this is a great friend of mine, yours as well, and an awesome member of the chat. Happy birthday to the Shape. James, your birthday was yesterday. You are a true friend of mine, and I know I speak for everybody, but James, happy birthday, my friend. Happy
birthday, James. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Happy birthday. Shout out from everybody. Happy birthday, James. For sure, man. Definitely. Most definitely.
I think he's 48.
No way.
Yeah, 48, 49, something like that.
All right. Happy birthday, James. Let's see who we got here. Lydia's been nice enough to throw Halloween Lives Indiegogo link up in the chat. Make sure after this is over, you guys go and check that out. And don't forget, Brandon will be here tomorrow, and we will be talking Halloween Lives for sure. For sure. Rochelle's in the chat saying, hey, everyone. What is up, Rochelle? What is going on?
Hello, Rochelle. Great to have you.
Denisha saying, I'm glad, Val, enjoy your day today. Did you get a special gift to... Oh, let us know, Val. Did you get a gift? Did you get a gift? What did you get for your birthday?
Yeah, I'm curious.
What did you get for your birthday? Jerry's throwing out Thug Life. That's what we're talking about.
Thug Life.
I love it. I absolutely
Michael,
love it.
we have never been more in sync than that.
You know, like it's becoming a thing for sure. It's definitely becoming a thing for sure. Lydia's also throwing up, if you'd like to support the show, please join the Patreon and partake in the additional content. And she gives the link below. Definitely check out Patreon if you haven't already. We are definitely doing some cool stuff over there. And you definitely get all of the content early over there as well. I released a video last week about a kind of it was a different look at the original 1978 Halloween. And a lot of people reached out to me saying that they really liked that one. That was definitely on Patreon first before it came to YouTube. And there will be more videos like that as well. If you saw my video yesterday that I dropped, you have 7 days before my Ring video comes out. So that is my favorite remake of all time. I will be releasing a video on the Ring, and I guess that's 6 days now. But you got the call yesterday. You saw the video yesterday.
Ring with you, Michael.
Oh yeah,
I want to watch that with you.
Absolutely love that movie.
It's something I whether any friend of mine, if there's something horror they're real passionate about that I like, but I don't share that passion, I'm making a mission to watch that with them, and because they'll give you a different insight, man. And I'm open-minded, so yeah, I'd like to watch that with you sometime.
For sure.
I was a fan of The Ring too, man. I was.
The Ring 2 wasn't horrible, but they ditched a lot of things that were good from the first Ring. You know what I mean? Like it. Well, it's
The boy was stupid good.
He was.
Oh my god! As far as acting wise, oh god, stupid good.
He was. It was like a little adult, right?
Dude, he blew my mind. He blew my mind.
Val is throwing this out. I was afraid to watch your Ring video, Michael. I don't blame you. I actually posted the video of the Ring, and I told everyone you got 7 days before my Ring video. Yeah. Even edited at the end, you hear me pick up the phone, and Samara goes 7 days. Like it was super fun. It was fun to make. It was super cool. And then Russell, he's already reached out to me once. This would be the second time. Yeah, Michael, how could you put the Ring up? You know it's a curse.
It is.
Russell reached out to me, comment on the video. He said, "Thanks, Michael. Now I have 7 days." I said, "Well, I'll try to drop the video, before your time's up, buddy, so you can at least see it for the end."
Just make those 7 days worthwhile,
Just
man.
make those 7 days.
I'm not hating on you.
worthwhile.
Rob a bank, whatever you gotta do, man.
Or show someone else the video. There's always that option. There's always that option. Now I'm not saying
I'd hate to know what I would do if I knew I only had 7 days. It would get weird. But yeah,
it'd get weird.
It would get weird and crazy.
Val is saying, "I loved your Halloween what if video at 78." Yeah, thank you, Val. Yeah, it was definitely fun to make for sure. Jerry is asking, Matt, is that a new mask? I think he's talking about off to your left there.
Yes, Jerry. This is the one I was able to pick up at Mask Fest in Indianapolis. His name is Warg, and it's my first ever silicone mask. Absolutely love it. And yeah, he's brand new and a nice addition to my collection. I'll try to give you a little closer up if I can.
Oh yeah.
But
and you said it's silicone, right?
That is silicone, but yeah, man, he kind of reminds me of like something off of like Lord of the Rings, or I can't ever get this right, the whole camera thing, but yeah, there he is, man. He's all scarred up, and he's drooling, he's got the saliva, but yeah, I'm so happy to have him.
When you do those silicone masks and you put those on, does like the mouth move and stuff? Like when you talk, like
they do.
Okay,
now
cool.
I've never put him on. I'm super. Right. I'm over the top. I want to get better with that because they even tell me that you can't hurt these things. It's just me, man. I'm not made of money, and when I buy something nice, I'm like, don't touch it. No, I'm just over the top. But yeah, I believe this is one you can put it on. The mouth will move. You can't hurt them. So I actually will say, Mad Matt's Mask the weekend before Halloween, we're going to be having a Halloween costume contest. So for all of you out there that are into cosplay,
yeah,
keep that in mind. The weekend before Halloween, we'll be having a Halloween costume contest at Mad Matt's Mask, and I'm going to try to wear him for the contest. I won't be entering, but I'll be a judge.
Yeah,
Michael, I'm hoping that you'll be able to judge beside me.
I will definitely be a judge, and not only will I be a judge, I will be live streaming on Movies and Beyond on Instagram the Halloween contest, the costume contest.
Nice,
so
nice, even better.
All of you guys that are following me on Instagram, I will let you guys know ahead of time before it goes live, so you guys can check that out if you want to. So it should be fun.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And stop by the booth. Starting now. We're taking your. It's $3 to enter the contest, and that money is all going to go to the winner. And we've got prizes for everybody, man. This is nothing for, profit for us. We just want to have a good time. And, so yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I can't wait to see some of the costumes. So, but yeah, I might be there as Warg.
Nice.
Anything to cover this up, gosh, damn.
Polar was saying she was afraid to watch my Ring video too. Come on, you guys. You guys have seen the movie. You'll be fine. I promise. Well, I'm not going to promise. I don't know what's going to happen. Russell is saying, I'll smack Samara with a chair. Let me know how that goes for you, buddy. I'm telling you, I still think Samara is a juggernaut. She doesn't get the
Russell, you disappoint me. A chair with Samara? Like, if you were saying chainsaw or, but a chair? Dude, she'll walk right through that. Russell, you know better.
I found out an interesting fact about The Ring today. Did you know when they filmed Samara walking, they filmed her walking backwards and they reversed the film to make it look even more jacked up? I did not know that, and I found that out today. It was kind of a
but
fun
actually,
fact.
as soon as you say that, it
makes
sense.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense, for sure.
But no, I did not know that.
So let's go ahead and a lot of people have asked me, what got me into fan films. I really want to share this with you guys. Now, granted, remember a few things with this short movie. Okay, this came out 12 years ago. So the technology's not really there from a quality standpoint. But what pulled me in so much, as much as I like to say, hey, I don't really want to know why Michael does what he does, this kind of gives a little different of a take on it. And I think that I'm okay with this because it doesn't really show too much. I'm not going to ruin anything, but just remember, quality wise, it's going to be a little less for the fact that it came out 12 years ago. We've come a long way with fan films, but the story is good enough that it made me want to see more.
And
so
you might be in hot water with me after this, because if this goes to Michael and tells everything about him being a child, and you still say Rob Zombies pisses you off, man, we're gonna have words, Michael.
Dude, this is way different from what Rob Zombie did for sure.
Right.
Let me go ahead and set this. It's been a minute since I've shared my screen, you guys. It's just fine.
And Michael, real quick, I'll say some of the shorter fan films I've seen are phenomenal. There's that what is it, like Predator vs. Batman is amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy good.
Yeah, it's like 9 minutes or something. So yeah,
that's crazy good. Batman versus Darth Vader is crazy good too. If you haven't seen that one's ridiculously good.
Yeah.
All right, so definitely let me know on the sound, you guys. Like, again, this is only a 6-minute movie, but it's something that really, it was cool because I'm not going to say anything. I'll talk afterwards because I'm going to end up giving stuff away, and I don't want to do that. But let me know the sound is okay, whatnot.
All this candy. You'll be lucky if your teeth don't fall out. They're gonna fall out. They might, and then the tooth fairy's gonna have to come and take them.
It can use money, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'll buy new teeth.
You're incorrigible. We gotta go soon. Alan's coming over.
Is Alan your boyfriend?
Yes. Why?
Are you gonna marry him?
Michael.
Are you?
What do you care?
If he's gonna be my future brother-in-law, I'd like to know.
I have no idea.
Well, I like him.
I like him too.
Hey, Judith. What's the boogeyman?
Where'd you hear about that?
Mrs. Blankenship. She said if you're bad or you don't behave, the boogeyman's gonna get you. Is that true?
No, it's not true. There's no such thing as the boogeyman.
Really?
There's no such thing as the boogeyman, Michael.
But Mrs. Blankenship.
Mrs. Blankenship is crazy and should be studied.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. There's a reason why Mom and Dad won't let her babysit for us anymore. In fact, the only boogeyman I know is you.
Me?
Totally. Remember at Lori's first birthday party when you got up and danced?
Yeah.
Boogie down, man. You're the boogeyman.
That's because I got the move.
Yeah, you're the boogeyman. You're the boogeyman.
I am the boogeyman.
Yeah, you're the boogeyman.
The boogeyman. The boogeyman. The boogeyman.
The boogeyman. Alan, you can't.
Boogeyman. Judith? Judith? Judith?
Dude, the sidewalk and street look amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The kid they cast as Michael's pretty good too.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know where they got that sidewalk shot. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Judith? 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 Where are you? Judith? Who said that? Hello? Nice costume. Have you seen my sister? Help! Help!
Michael looks so good.
We are alone, aren't we?
Michael's around someplace.
So it was definitely, you got to remember, this was 12 years ago, right? And where we were in Halloween, there was no 18, there was no nothing. And I remember watching this short and I was just like, this is a different take on this, right? It's definitely, they kind of did that Empire Strikes Back move where Luke cuts off, the head and it ends up being him under Darth Vader's mask. But it was definitely one of those things where I was just like, granted, 12 years ago, I was like, wow. Like, it's not, canon or anything like that. But, these guys went out with a camera and they made something that was just unique and different. And I thought it was really cool. Now, granted, it's not what, fan films are today with quality and stuff like that. But it was just like, wow, it stuck with me. It resonated with me and it made me want to see other people's visions of, different things. So it made me really start looking into fan films. What did you think about it, Matt? I mean, I know it's different going back and seeing this quality now compared to, what we have, quality wise now.
I'm actually still processing it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really am. my first thought when he pulled off the mask that it was going to be the boyfriend, and like he knew he just murdered someone. But so yeah, when it was him, but I'll just say I see exactly where you're coming from, because yeah, that would have caught my attention as well. So fan films for me,
Yeah.
I'm newer to them than you are, and they are interesting, man. But man, they did a lot in that short period of time that I was really digging. Um, so when I look at them, I go to, and this is just me. I go to immediately, like if I was going to do one,
Mhm.
which I know you plan on doing that, So
Yeah.
if there's any way I could have a part in that, I'd be down. But I go right to the look.
Yeah.
The look was amazing. His walk was amazing. The music was amazing. He hit the right notes at the right time. Like, I see where it captured your attention to fan films.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
it's funny to look back and to see, when you start looking at stuff like Never Hike Alone, It's Me, Billy, we got Dylan's New Nightmare coming out, even looking at Jason Rising and Roseblood, and, all those big, fan films that we watched on this show, that's where it started for me. Kind of if you look at like old school horror, you look at Black Christmas, you look at the original Halloween, and it's
All
just
right.
like how far things have come, not only quality wise, but to me, it's proof that you have a unique story, or something that's interesting to someone, and it's your story to tell, that it's worth telling, and looking at quality, when I first started, I remember the first time I watched it, I was just like, oh man, the color's kind of crazy, but it's only 6 minutes long. And then when it was over, I was like, wow, man, like I wouldn't want that to be the canon way that Michael came about, but yet at the same time, it was very interesting to me.
It's better than I could have done with a cell phone and a couple buddies. And it just like what you're saying, it tells you where we can go. Like we were talking, backstage. I've not seen all the originals. The
Right.
original Frankensteins and stuff, but it all stemmed from something. And where fan films has come, like when you mentioned, It's Me, Billy. Like It's Me, Billy was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I actually like that better than Black Christmas. I'll go on record saying that, and that says something where fan films can go. And yeah, Never Hike Alone, dude.
Right.
I'd probably I know I'd rather watch that than a couple Jasons. But yeah, I get it.
It's hard to go back in the show, like, the feelings you were feeling, the first time you saw it that long ago, because we have so much more now that's, ahead of that.
And you can do a shitload in 10 minutes.
It's like taking a little kid, like a younger person now, and saying this is the original Black Christmas or the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yet they've already seen other things that have come out that are superior.
03 remake and
film wise, and saying, yeah, I guess it was okay, but the impact that it had was something else. And for me, watching that as a fan film, being my first fan film, I was just like, wow, this didn't suck. And at the same time, it was like it was interesting to me. You remember the last Halloween we had was Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and even if you go back as far as like Resurrection and H2O, it didn't feel like the original Halloween, but with like the music and everything like this, like it gave me those 78, vibes to it, whether the content was, the same or not, regardless, it was just very like it stuck with me, and it made me want to watch more.
Yeah. And it's all about what you do with the times. Myself, I grew up when Halloween 4 and 5 were just coming out, and 6 and 7. So I had, all those in my mind. and I kind of knew if I was going to go back to that original, that, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, God, that's all the way back in 78. You know, that's going to be, you know, pretty bad, which is not,
Right.
but that's a big thing that kept me from, and this is one of my favorite films is The Exorcist. To this day is one of my favorite films. But I hate to say it, I watched it for the first time like 2.5 years ago. I always stayed away from it because I knew how old it was, and that's just where we're at. We want more and more, and you know, we want to see more. We want more thrills. We want more. But that's where I think we lose the story and stuff. But yeah, people would have said, you know, all through me growing up, they're like, well, you like horror. Let's watch The Exorcist when I was like 15 or something. I'm like, no, dude, that's back in 78. Or 73. I'm sorry. That's going to be bullshit. And I finally put it in, and I was just my mind was blown. It's not going to happen every time, but you know, there's some great stuff there. And, yeah, fan films have come a long, long way, Michael.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're still going to watch doozies. Don't get me wrong. You're still going to watch, you know, if you just put them in random, you're going to see somewhere you're like, ugh. But man, give it some time. There's some stuff where, you know, I wish the big screen would have thought it out as much as these guys have. Like, you know,
yeah, too, and it comes with the evolution as well. Like this is where, you know, this movie's like, this is where fan films are now, and then you look at today where fan films are. You know what I mean? Like, it's the Never Hike Alones, the you know, It's Me Billies. They weren't always there for fan films. You know, you got to remember this was 12 years ago. Yeah, Charles is another good example
it's
of that.
One I always have to bring up when we talk.
Yeah.
It impressed the hell out of me, man. Impressed the hell out of me.
It definitely did. And there's a new fan film that just recently came out for sure. Oh, nice. Sorry. There's a new fan film that came out that is a Nightmare on Elm Street prequel that I would like to, you know, watch a little later on today. That it's getting a lot of buzz. I haven't seen it. I have no idea what it would be in for.
Is that like full on pedophile?
Well, see, the original Freddy was
pedophile?
The original Freddy wasn't that. He was the Springwood slasher. He was a child murderer.
It's up for debate.
Well, even Robert Englund came out and said, you know, about the new one, like, that's not what I was.
I'd say that if I was him too.
But I don't know.
Michael, it's up for debate, I think. I don't know. I guess
I say on the fence that he was a child murderer.
I'll go with that too.
But, I mean, and definitely he wasn't just a child murderer in the remake, you know, and that's one of the things that made the remake like why now he's that, you know what I mean? And it's just like, why? Like, it was every time you look at, you know, the original, even if
like it was
Freddy
never
Jason
hinted at. It's not like they just pulled that out of a hat. It had always been hinted at. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess it's all
what's
the
the difference? You know, you touch a kid in the wrong way or you kill him. You know what? You know, come on. You know,
I'm not getting into that.
You know, they're both terrible. Come on, it's both terrible. You know, but you know, I don't shit on the remake because of that. It's not like that was never in the cards. But yeah,
I'll agree to disagree, but I'm good. Jeff DeAngelo's in the chat saying, hello everyone, sorry I'm late. What is up, Jeff? Just happy to have you here, buddy, for sure.
Yeah, man, absolutely, Jeff. Welcome, buddy.
Caleb Hernandez is saying, what's up, Matt? I just popped in to say hey, and I appreciate what y'all are doing. Thanks for the support at Horror Hound.
Dude, absolutely. Now Caleb, I was able to meet him at Matt's Fest, and this guy is a beast of a sculptor. I just finished a video on the piece I was able to purchase from him, where he's got all kinds of just amazing sculptures. But he did a scene that was right up my alley where it was Michael Myers in the sheets, you know, standing, and he's got he just captured that scene beautifully. It's all done by hand. So yeah, Caleb, thank you. And for you guys who don't know, it's his brand is Caleb Creates, and this guy's an absolute beast, and I'm so glad to have one of his pieces in my collection. But what's up, Caleb? Good to see you on here, buddy.
That is super cool. That is awesome. Let's see.
I showed you that piece, I believe, right, Michael?
Yeah.
You
did
with Myers in the sheets, and he's got him with the bush, you know, behind the bushes scene. He's got killer Jason stuff, Freddy, and I mean he's killing it. He's killing it.
Yeah, that is sweet, dude. Yeah, I remember seeing. He also didn't he have like a Friday one on the second shelf down?
Yes.
Yeah, like I really like that one too.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes. His work is amazing.
I do remember that. Russell's asking, what's the name of this Nightmare on Elm Street prequel? It is called The Last Dream of Detective Coleman. It's a Freddy Krueger prequel fan film horror short. It's about 39 minutes long. And I'd definitely like to get into that tonight as well. Like I said, you know, first time watches with you guys, you never know what you're going to get. And then I love discussing afterwards. The ones that I've seen prior, after, you know, showing you guys, it's a little harder for me to, you know, since I've already seen it and everything. But this right here, like this is, you know, a lot of people are saying that this is absolutely fantastic. And this is all, you know, prior to him being Freddy. So I definitely am interested in seeing it. And if you guys would like to check that out tonight, I would absolutely love to do that for sure.
I would love to check that out.
Oh yeah.
Would you guys like to see the piece?
Yeah.
By Caleb.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's right over here. I'll grab that real quick. And but I'd love to see that film. Yeah, let me grab that for you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I've actually seen this. It is pretty cool. It's super cool. Definitely looking forward to him bringing this one up here. Oh yeah. James was talking about the movie we just watched. Little Michael kills the boogeyman and becomes evil, like Anakin Skywalker becomes Darth Vader in the dark side. So yeah, I mean, sort of. And you look at that too, like when he hits, you know, Michael with a bucket of candy, you know, and knocks him down. I don't think that was ever meant to be like he could hurt Michael. I think that was about him, you know, becoming Michael, and, you know, whatever that voice was, you know, whether you believe in, you know, supernatural Michael or not, I still think that it was a super creative idea, the way that they put that together. And hell yeah, man. Like all about that. Let's see. Scary Kids Home Decor is saying I will have to go rewatch since my watching got interrupted. It's all good, man. This will be up too. And just as a reminder to you guys, and I'm trying to get better at this, you know, like I said, my mods are always good. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do for us. That definitely helps out the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet already, you should check us out. Subscribe to the channel. You got it ready, buddy?
I do, guys. So for you Halloween fans, you're gonna know this scene, but it's just the art is I gotta show you, and how he captures this scene. And this is made out of clay, but look at that piece.
Can you back it up just a little bit?
Absolutely.
There you go.
So yeah, that is made from clay and captures that scene beautifully.
Yeah.
And if you can see like the head sculpt, like it's just spot on, Mikey, man.
Looks good.
But very, very happy to have this in my collection. And I hope to get some more from Caleb, because the guy's a beast. But if you can do something like that, man, like yeah.
That's
I wanted to show that
awesome
to you guys. I love the art that goes into that, and you can tell he put his time into that. You know, when I win the lottery, Michael, I'll get you his Jason.
Oh shit, that's what I'm talking about, man.
But actually, I mean, I don't have to win. You know, for what he does and the time he puts it, his prices are amazing as well. So, like, you don't have to break the bank and like, yeah. So, but yeah, I love it, man. And you don't see that. Like, they've done a lot of stuff like with the bushes, and that is cool too. Like his piece there is amazing, but I just never seen a piece where he's, you know, behind the sheets and all that. It caught my eye.
Yeah. And Caleb was saying, you bought my very first one. Thank you again, brother.
Oh man, hell yeah. I love having a first copy. I love it.
one of whatever, man. I've got number one. That's super cool for sure.
Right.
For sure. This is the very first one. You can always say that about that one, man. That is
a good word, sure. Caleb.
So, not to jump off a subject or anything, but this was something that I talked about in my Halloween What If video. If you look at 1978, right, and Michael was, you know, standing there, you know, with the sheets and everything, was Michael really there?
Yes.
And why?
I believe he was there.
So, you know, if you watch it closely, you know, Lori is looking and she's seeing him, but she never breaks field of vision with looking at Michael, right? She's looking in that direction and he's there and then he isn't. So are we saying that she saw him? Are we saying that we saw him disappear? So Lori literally saw him disappear because there was never a camera break and she was looking, you know, straight at that and never turned.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%. I just did a video on it. I think that was a vision. She was just, you know, seeing Michael because she had seen him twice already that day, and she was freaked out.
I'll be honest. I wish I saw your video on it because I would have thought there was a break in the action, and I always thought he was truly there. But I'm open, man.
Yeah, it's just like I said, you know what I did with that
before, Michael. Believe it or not, you know.
What I was saying with that too is, you know, even in that video, you know, it's not that I'm saying that's how it was. It's just a different way of looking at, you know, that whole movie and the way that stuff went for sure.
So what about the scene when her looking out the schoolyard and him by the car?
I think he was there because that was the first time she saw him.
So that when he was there.
Yeah, I do, because she had a break too. You know, she was looking at him, she saw him there, and then the teacher asked her a question, and she had to talk about fate with the teacher, and then she looked back out, and he was gone. I get that. You know what I mean? But, you know, with that one, she's looking out the window, she sees him, you know, it pans to her like, oh, what the hell? And then it pans back, and he's gone. And then she backs away from the window, like freaking out.
And how cool does that make the scene in 2018 when she looks out, and it's Laurie Strode? That makes that so awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, definitely a tribute. Speaking of which, there's one thing I want to do that we didn't do earlier in the show. I want to give a shout out to Patreon members. I want to throw that up on the screen. Want to show some love to my Patreon members. Y'all know right here for sure. Let me throw this up and show everyone my Patreon members. Oh yeah, I love that song. You've made me love it more. that I liked it the first time that I
Gets my
that,
neck
that I
hurt,
put
man.
it up there.
I don't want to show you what I do off camera because I can only do it so long.
Oh, I can see it.
But it gets
I can still see you. They
Oh,
can't,
okay.
but I can.
Okay.
You know, I see what goes on back there. But my Chunky Jordy is saying good night, everyone. I have to get some sleep.
That's good to know.
Across the pond. Love to all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you, Jordy. I appreciate that. And I want you to sleep well. And thanks for coming tonight for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by. Absolutely.
For sure. Hell yeah, man. So what do I know about the last dream of Detective Coleman? Well, not a whole lot. Let's see what I can find out. So I can
Detective Coleman.
Yeah, throw that out there. So this is up by Paul Bailey. Someone I'm not too familiar with. He does have a YouTube channel out there. Like I said, this came out August 14th. Came out just under 12 days or just over 12 days ago. And the description says, the last dream of Detective Coleman, written and directed by Paul Austin Bailey and Philip Bailey. I'm assuming they're related, which is always cool. The man who botched the case against Fred Krueger sets out to find redemption. So you know that they knew who Freddy was and somehow he got off. Well, this is kind of filling in those blanks to say, hey, this is how he got off. I guess someone botched the whole, thing with him, and getting him arrested.
Which is cool because it's something that, we know that it went to trial, but didn't go the parents of the victim's way. So they had to revenge, but we've never went into like, well, what really happened? That's cool.
And I mean, that's really the only description I'm getting, but in the short time it's out, it's almost up to 21,000 views with no promotion. I didn't see any promotion for it. And I try to stay up, on the fan films for sure. And it's just like, man, how did this one slip through, especially if it's getting such good reviews? You know what I mean? So I definitely want to check this one out. And we can definitely throw this one up there for sure.
Right.
Definitely looking forward to this. The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Break.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely.
Right, I want to check this out as well. But yeah, I'll be right back, buddy.
For sure. Yeah. You down, up, out of here so you can do your thing. But yeah, so this was one of those stories with the Nightmare on Elm Street to where I hadn't really given it, a whole lot of thought. But it was always something I was open to knowing. It doesn't really fall into the realm of Halloween for me to where it's like I don't want to know, certain things. Freddy, Jason, I'm all about knowing more. And we're getting Camp Crystal Lake for the Friday series, and I'd definitely be open to seeing something like this, and very interested to see what their take is on what that looked like for Freddy back in the day. So what do you guys think about something like this? Is this something that you're interested in seeing? Is it something that you've kind of wondered with this series? Is it something that's been on any of your guys' mind? Like I said, it wasn't really something I thought too much about, but definitely when I see it and I see the very short description that it has, it definitely sticks out to me, and it seems interesting for sure. Definitely seems interesting for sure. Scary Kids Home Decor is saying another great fan-made movie /verse by Conrad. Okay, I'll definitely have to check that out. I can't really pronounce his name too well, and I don't want to totally botch that. And you're saying that there are 5 of those. Wow. It's called Slasherverse. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. I'm wondering what direction they're going with Slasherverse, because when I think of Slasherverse, it makes me think of like, the main slashers we have and like a crossover. Is it anything like that? Let me know, and I'll definitely take a look for that when we get off here. I'll have a little bit of time to go through some things, and I'll definitely give that a look for sure. Definitely give you that a look for sure. Let's see. Lydia put up Caleb's Instagram. So if you like that piece that Matt got, go ahead and head over to Instagram on that site right there, and you'll be able to check out some of his work there, I'm sure. Definitely looks judging by the piece that Matt put up there, it definitely looks good. And I saw some of his pieces that were out there too. They looked really, really nice, like very nice for sure. Let's see. Russell is saying that's episodes for Horror Icons fan filmed. Okay. All right, cool. I will definitely check that out for sure. I will have to do that. James talking about that piece that Matt had out. That is really awesome. He made out of clay. I never thought you could make something cool looking out. Yeah, I mean, man, people who have that kind of talent, you know what I mean? Those are talent that, I'll definitely never have. And it's always good to see, what someone who is definitely really good at what they do and what they come out with, because for sure, like, that's not something you guys ever see me draw anything. It's definitely stick figures. I have no artistic ability when it comes to drawing or sculpting or anything like that. With things like that, like, there's just no freaking way like I could do something like that. No way. What about you, Matt? You think you could put together some things sculpting out of clay? Do you think that you'd be able to do something like that?
Something like what?
We're just talking about the talent of the person that had made your Michael thing with the sheets.
Caleb, hell no.
Yeah,
hell
no.
no.
There's no way whatsoever.
Michael, I even shined a light on him, and I put NECA figures, which NECA's come a long way.
Right.
Put NECA figures up to him. I put Sideshow figures up to him, and I prefer the clay. The clay, dude. He's got his build right. Like, he's got his, and that's where I just appreciate art, man. Like, it's
awesome.
No,
I mean, seriously.
it's stupid. It is. But yeah, I did that. I sat there. I was like, I put a NECA right to him. I was like, nope, the sculpture's better. Grabbed a Sideshow, and Sideshow makes nice quality figures, guys. I put it next to it, and I was like, nope, like. So yeah, it's just stupid. It's just stupid good sculpting.
And that's something I never have the ability, like, artistic wise. Like I was telling them, it's like you're getting stick figures, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm gonna have to put an arrow to what I'm drawing, and I'm gonna have to write the name of what it is for sure.
Do that one Sunday. We have to make a Michael out of clay, and we got to put our own Michaels up here
and show everybody what we did. Like, yeah.
That would be so embarrassing. But
it's like, what is that? Like, what did you make? What is that? All I can think of is Victor from the Underworld when he's like, abomination. You know what I mean? Because that's exactly what it would be. With me putting that up.
It would be so bad. Just kudos to, I mean, dude, Caleb's a beast, and and he was he was awesome to work with, and he has no issue talking to you about his process of making it. And yeah, it was, and that's something else too, when you can purchase something that's amazing, but also from the creator who's amazing himself, and has no issue talking to you about, what he went through to do that, and all that good stuff. Like, it was awesome.
Hell yeah, man.
There's some amazing people out there that have some serious skill. But yeah, don't ask me to make you a Michael out of clay. You're going to get a freaking, is it Pee Wee Herman or is it Michael Myers? Like, sure. But and with it being within a diorama, like, that mixes, like, how I am, Michael, with dioramas. Like, if you give me a badass figure, plus he's on a diorama, and a diorama that captures a scene from a specific film, I'm hooked, man. I'm hooked. I can't pass that shit up. I can't pass it up.
Hell yeah.
I might even talk to him, dude, about making a pumpkin head where he's walking into that church and the original pumpkin head, like. I'll start selling plasma if I got to do, to make that, like, dude. But that's the stuff that sells me. It's that screen accurate, capture that scene that we all saw in that film. That's where I will, spend the money.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, Val is saying, well, guys, I'm going to finish packing. Y'all behave while I'm gone. Val is also going on vacation. She said, Michael, we're making our big boy stop on our way back, so I'll message you when we will be coming through there. Excellent, Val. You have fun. Happy birthday, my friend, and be safe and have a good time on your trip for sure.
Yeah, and be safe. Happy birthday. Be safe. She'll be coming through where exactly?
Our area. Like coming through.
Oh, is she gonna say hello? Stop and say hello?
We'll see. Hopefully, when she messaged me and she stops at their big boy. I love Frisch's big boy, man. You already know I do.
I do too.
Find out which one they're going to if it's close enough.
Smash them at the rate you can. But
I can too. Like
I've seen it.
That's my thing.
It gave me heartburn. Just watching.
Oof. There are some things, you know what I mean? There are just some things. But Val, be safe, my friend, and have fun, and happy birthday again.
Absolutely.
Rochelle is saying, Michael, what's that amazing mask? You're right. Looks has silver and black. I really love Matt's too. Yeah, we did that a little earlier, Rochelle. We went through. This is the Jason X mask that I got from Indy. It was yeah. If you go back towards the beginning of the video, when this is over, we actually brought our masks up the screen and we showed them. So, yeah, that was definitely love that mask. For sure.
And I hate to tell you, Rochelle, but this is just my face. It's that bad. Like, no mask here. This is me. Yeah, welcome to the show. Yeah, it's frightening.
So, before we get started, I told you guys that we'd be having, a special guest on, and it's someone that's definitely a good friend of the show, and it's definitely been, a good friend of mine since I've started doing YouTube stuff, and I'm so happy he decided to come and join us tonight, and I couldn't be happier. But Steven is here from Craven's Something Scary. What is up, my friend?
What's happening? What's up, Michael and Matt? How you guys doing?
Dude.
Oh man, just hanging out Sunday nights, 8 p.m. on Movies and Beyond, dude.
Love it. Thanks for the invite, man. Sorry I couldn't be here earlier, but glad I could get here for whatever remains here of the show.
Hey, times are different where everybody's at, dude, and we all understand that, man, for sure. We're definitely happy to have you here.
Welcome, my friend. I haven't gotten to talk to you for a long time. It's good to see you, and you look well. You look well.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. It's been a while. It has been, and it's great to see you both here together, dynamic duo, and I'm excited to jump in a conversation with you guys tonight, man.
Yeah, and we're actually, talking to the chat. So there was a new fan film that came out about a week and a half ago, and it is a prequel to A Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's about a detective who botched the case against Freddy Krueger. So we were talking about checking that out tonight with everybody in the chat, and it might be something that you would kind of want to check out with us, man. And it should be. It's getting tons of reviews saying that it's great, and it's something I heard nothing about. And with Dylan's new Nightmare coming out later this week, we figured, hey, throw some Nightmare on Elm Street up here, get everybody in that mood. But I don't think that we're actually seeing Burnt Freddy in this one, from what I'm understanding, from what I've read in the comments. So
that's like prequel, like legit prequel.
Yeah,
what that spells to me. Like,
yeah,
that's okay.
Wow.
Which, let's face it, that Freddy, in my opinion, is a little more frightening. Like, in a way, that's a little more frightening when you start bringing in that, realistic, this guy could be your neighbor type stuff. Like,
True.
Steven, can I ask you, were you able to go to, were you in Indianapolis for Horror Hound? Were you able to get up that way? Or
I was not, man. No. I've heard about it. And of course, Michael's filled me in a bit on things.
Okay.
But it sounded awesome though, man.
Yeah. I know for a fact Michael had a good time there, man. I watched him have a good time. I had a good time, but I was vending there. I don't know if you know that, but I was vending there.
Okay.
So I was busy, doing that.
Sure.
but my good friends, Michael, my girlfriend, Lydia, I just kind of I got to watch them all have a great time. And that means a lot to me too, just watching people you care about have a good time. So, but
Right.
it was a great turnout. So
Good.
I hope you can get to, one of those soon.
One of these days, man. One of these days. I mean, yeah, we had a Houston Horror Con here a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't able to go, but my nephew went in my stead, and Lee Waddell was there, who I'd already interviewed.
Okay,
so he was able to get some stuff signed for me from Lee, and
nice,
and Matt Berman, who, funny enough, I actually interviewed him. He was at the festival, or the con rather, and I interviewed him on the 13th, which was the last day, that Sunday. And he was in his hotel room that night when I interviewed him. And he was the killer in Urban Legend.
Oh, nice.
He was the stunt coordinator for tons of stuff.
Nice.
Chapter 2, just the whole kind of movies. And so it was a cool weekend, even though I couldn't go. I was able to still get some cool stuff from Lee and meet Matt.
I'll say this, Stephen. I'm always a guy out there looking for, autographs myself and whatnot. So, if there's something that you're looking for that I'm going for as well, buddy, I reach out. I have no problem grabbing you something you're looking for. I mean that.
Thank you, man. That's awesome.
It's something I do, and for good people, if I can, if I'm going to somebody and they're looking for them as well, dude, no problem.
Very nice, man. Well, I may take you up on that, buddy, for real.
I hope you do, because I mean that. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
Thank you.
So, because I had some good people do the same for me, in Indianapolis, because they knew I was so busy, and stuff. And yeah, man, I appreciate that. Awesome. It goes a long way. So yeah.
It does.
We all got to look out for each other, brother.
It's so true, man. This is a tight community, man, and we need to be there, and do what we can, whether it's physically or words that we can share and encourage each other with, whatever it is.
Right on.
There's something we can do to lift each other up.
Right on.
And every day we have an opportunity to do that. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's very cool, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One thing I do want to mention, Craven, you have a pretty cool interview coming up that I saw a thumbnamp for the other day.
Yeah, I do, man.
I'm excited about for you for sure,
bro. I am.
I'm excited. Who the hell is it?
Well, let me tell you before if I can I'll lead in here. So it's one of those things. Sometimes you just throw the Hail Mary pass. You never expected it to land, and get caught, but you chunk it up anyway, because why not?
Yeah.
And so I sent a request to this individual, never expecting to hear back. And that's okay. I never expect to hear back from anybody I reach out to, frankly. And so, long story short, for the sake of time,
is it Bieber?
I got a response. What? Who?
Is it Bieber? Is it Justin Bieber?
No. Still waiting on his response. It's still out there.
We'll get in line, buddy. I've been waiting on his response for 5 years, and I didn't even have a channel 5 years ago.
I'll tell you.
I'll shut up. Go on.
I figured if I called him baby enough times in the request, he would do it, but still no response. But no, man, seriously though. So I sent the request, and then it was just Wednesday night, this past Wednesday, at like 12:05 a.m. I get a Twitter notice and message notice, and they responded and said, hey, sorry for the delay. I'd be happy to join you. And it's from none other than Scream 7 director Christopher Landon.
Nice.
Which is just, my head about exploded.
Nice.
And, we're talking about Happy Death Day, Happy Death Day 2, Freaky, Disturbia, 3 or 4 Paranormal Activity movies. And now the new guy for Scream 7 in charge of the franchise.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm still very surreal. Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, how many? Dude, Scream for you is Friday the 13th for me, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's just how many questions are you going to want to ask this guy that he's not going to be
I
able
can't.
to answer.
I know.
Like,
I
it's
know.
just like, dude, I have a list of questions that I know you're not going to answer. And
just reel it back. Don't go too fast, Steven.
do you think that, so with another good thing, Steven, and I'm sure that you probably thought about this already, you know, with you forming that relationship with him and doing the interview,
Yes.
you know, he may be looking at craving something scary for, you know, some ideas for Scream, and, you know, what are people talking about? And, you know,
Right?
like all those things, man, because you guys cover Scream,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
a lot. You know,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think that there's one Scream subject that you guys haven't really dove into or are going to be diving into.
Yeah.
You know, and if I was me, and that's, you know, if I'm in charge of making something and I'm doing my homework on it, I'm definitely, we live in an age of social media and,
That's
you know,
right.
sharing things. I'm going to be looking at the people that talk about it the most to say, what are my diehard fans looking for? So, man, hey,
Yeah.
there's a lot of opportunity, not only for the channel, but
True.
for you to have that great moment with the director
Yes.
from the next movie coming out that you love, man. That's so awesome, dude. I couldn't be happier for you.
Thank you, man.
And way before the movie even comes out. That is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A long time before. And
you know,
yeah. My hope is that this will be the start of a relationship, a friendship that's not a one-time thing. You know, it's something where I'll continue to keep my name in front of him, staying in touch with him, because, you know, he gave me his, you know, I have a way to reach him via email now as well. So I'm going to stay in contact with him all these next few months, if nothing more than to say, just saying hello, hope things are going great. Right.
Sure.
Just a little note to let him know I'm just keeping my name up in the front of his brain.
You're here.
Yeah. And listen, there will come a time, and you guys know this, when these movies are wrapped and they're like, you know, a couple months from dropping, they do these press junkets where they do interviews with all the networks, the magazines. And look, who's to say that maybe he'll come back at that time and do an interview about the movie, say what he can say about it, obviously. And who knows what doors that could open up. And it could be a huge door opener.
That's fantastic, dude. Like, that's so freaking awesome. I saw that thumbnail the other day and I was like, look at this guy, man. Look at him already.
Dude.
Like, I got to tell you, dude, in Indy, I got to meet Steve Miner, and I was just like, oh my God, dude, it's freaking Steve Miner. So I could imagine. I could just imagine, dude. It's fantastic for you, my friend. And I'm so happy.
Man.
I am so freaking happy.
I appreciate that. I'm ready to dig into his movies, man, because I love Happy Death Day, Freaky. You know, those movies, I really enjoy those movies, man. And we're going to get to talk about those at length.
And I'll say this, guys, and this is, you know, Scream's not my baby. But I love, you know, the original Scream, and I like some of the Screams, but it's not my baby. But I'll say, hands down, this is just my opinion. I have a lot of hopes for him, and I think he's got a big task for Scream 7. I really do, and I have high hopes that he'll knock it out. But he's, you know, coming off the heels of 5 and 6, I think Scream needs a jump start. I do. And you know, I it's my opinion, but I feel like he's the guy to do it.
Me too.
I'm not saying it bad. But I'm just saying it needs I think Scream 7 more than 3, 4, 5. We need 7 to be a banger. If I'm wrong, let me know if that's your feelings. But I think we need 7 to be a banger.
Well, the thing about it is, I think 5 is my least favorite sequel. 6 is just above 5, so I still like the Wes Craven films best, personally. But 6 was a step forward, in my opinion, from 5, and it was definitely, I thought, an improvement. But the biggest problem with 6 for me wasn't the actors or the execution. It was the writing of James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick. There are certain points in that film that are the continuity's out. It doesn't make sense. There's just things that just needed to be cleaned up in the writing. And if those, and it could have been because they were in a hurry. Spyglass wanted that movie released a year after 5, so they could have been hustling, rushing as quick as they could. Maybe I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Here's the thing, though: radio silence are directors. They're tacticians. So in other words, what they do is they take the script as it is, and they even said we have no insight to the script writing. They're completely segregated. So when that script is done, they hand it to radio silence, and then they go and bring the page and put it on the screen. Here's the difference, though. Christopher Landon is a writer and director. To steal Robert Englund's phrase about Wes Craven, he's a double threat. So this gives me even more hope, because if some of these holes that are in 6, and there's a few, if they came across his desk when he's going to shoot he could be like, "Hey, look, man, we got to fix this. This isn't gonna work. Because if we do this, this is gonna make this not work." And I think Christopher could be the guy that could make that happen. Could make those changes like a Wes Craven did as they're filming, as they're working on this on the shoot. So I have hope that they'll let him get involved in the writing to some degree.
I hope you're right. And I wasn't trying to talk at all negative, but I just think 7 needs to be a banger.
Well, here's how you do it, Matt.
I really do.
I agree, and I have a lot of thoughts on it, but I'll start here. You bring back Sidney Prescott, you bring back Stu Macher, the internet will melt. It will literally crash if you bring Stu back, who I believe has been alive. I don't think he ever died. In fact, the clues in 5 and 6 are significant that he's still alive. They put him in there. So I'm like, if you're going to put those breadcrumbs in here, you need to pay off in 7 and bring him back. But I want Sydney back as a focal point. Even if they bring the core 4 back, then at least have her. You watch some of these shows, like on TV I'm talking about, and they'll have 2 plot lines running in an hour show. Mm-hmm. They'll go back and forth between each one of these crime drama TV shows.
Yeah.
And it works. And you feel like you're getting right. It really works good. So what I want to see is a Scream 7 where we've got the Carpenter sisters story starting to wrap up, but we've got Sidney Prescott's story, and they're equally valid, or not valid, but equally focused on, equally important. And then they merge at the end together. They come together at some point.
I would even say I'd go as far as to say, if they don't bring Stu Macher back soon, I think the franchise is in trouble.
And the thing with bringing,
I know that's
Stu
a bold
back,
statement, but that's what everybody wants, man. And this is, guys, always correct me if I'm wrong. It's not my baby, but from what I've heard, man, that's what the Screen people want. So I don't know.
I think it has to be done right, though. Like, don't just bring Stu to bring Stu back. Like, if it's a stupid story, you have a chance of really screwing this up. Like, if you're gonna bring Stu back, I want it to be believable. You know what I mean? That this could be going on, and not just bring Stu back to bring Stu back. Like, you see a lot of these things where you have cameo of old characters in these movies, and it's like, you served no purpose in this whatsoever. You brought them back for shock value at this point.
It's like if Sally from the 2022.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
I mean,
that was terrible.
They did her terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
If you're gonna
put her on a bag of trash.
If you're gonna bring this character back, man, do it right.
I agree.
Have this person have an impact on the story, and it's almost scary. And I'm not the Scream fan that most people are, but it's scary when you talk about legacy characters and what their roles are in a film. Because if you're just bringing them back to show a face on the screen, fans are smart enough to see that and be like, well, why did you do that? You just ruined everything that I've been thinking about.
Which is exactly what they did with Texas Chainsaw 2022, which I still don't shit on that movie completely, because I enjoy watching it. But did they do her justice? Absolutely not. So yeah, Michael, if they do something similar to that with Stu, just bring him back to have him back, I can't agree with you more, buddy. Put time into it, make it make sense.
Make it, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Make it a good story, man, and it could be amazing. The question comes down to, based on the evidence we've seen from James and Guy as the writers from 5 and 6, what's the confidence level that they can do it? Now, I think they can, and I think with Christopher Landon there, that's why I keep going back to him being a writer. He's written like 10 films, man. Like he's not new at this, and so he knows how to write horror movies and thrillers. And so with Christopher, if they do bring James and Guy back, which that's the current rumor, that I understand from the people I talked to and that have some inside info, that's still the plan. So having said that, as long as they do a good job writing Stu back, I'm on the same page as both of you. It has to do it well, and I believe that it can be done well. There are ways to do it well, because remember, he was going to come back in Scream 3 a long time ago.
Yeah,
Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson had him coming back in 3. They were 3 weeks from shooting, and Columbine happened, and they had to change the entire script. Matthew Lillard still got paid for Scream 3, even though he wasn't in it.
Wow!
But so
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was the plan. So that's what I'm saying. He's definitely alive. I mean, Williamson and Craven had him living for Scream 3. So it's just now a matter of doing it the right way. But there's ways to do it. I have and I'm not going to waste you guys' time with it here, but I have what I feel is a really cool
I bet you do.
storyline.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yep. I really do. I think I'm like, if I could think of a cool storyline that to me is plausible, then I know these guys that write for a living, this is what they do.
You're not alone, Steven. I got a good script for Dracula. I got a good script for...
There you go.
Dude, I got a good script for... Yeah. Well, in my mind.
Well, exactly. Same here.
let's just say that.
I got it.
But I know it's your baby, and I have no doubt that you don't have a great script for that.
Let me catch up with the chat real quick because I'm getting behind. And once I get behind, it's a wrap.
I'm interested in what the chat's saying.
Mike Hodgkin's in the chat saying, "What's up? What is up, Mike?"
Steven, our chat's fantastic, man. They're fantastic.
Oh,
Russell
that's awesome, man.
Dorsey is loving the Bieber comment for sure.
Yeah.
Polar's bringing up the fact, Core 4, what else can you get planted in the next movie, Craig?
Hey, man, like I say, I'm not going to go so far as to say they took it from me, but I was saying it a year before that movie came out.
All I'm saying is...
That's all I'm saying, dude.
That's all I'm saying. Eric from the Bearded Entertainment dropping by to say, look at this great group of guys. What is up, Eric?
What's up, Eric?
Eric actually made a super cool Jason X mask.
Yeah, he did.
With his 3D printer and painted it. And it looked freaking awesome. He did a great job with that,
Very
too.
Nice.
Russell is saying that Stu and Sydney return would be awesome. Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
it would.
it's hard to have a Scream without Sydney. Like, I just feel like it's,
I'm telling you, man.
It's definitely tough.
It is.
And John's agreeing with him, saying, right, Russell, Sydney belongs in Scream for sure.
Yeah, pay her what she wants. Let's get her back.
Let's
it's
go,
the face
man.
of the franchise. I mean, it is.
And let's don't give her a glorified cameo. Let's actually give her a real part again.
Lydia's saying, I'm forever awaiting Stu's return. That mofo ain't dead, and we'll fight and I'll fight anyone about it.
Yeah, see? A woman after my heart, man.
Steven, that's my...
Hey, listen, look, I'm married. Don't worry. I'm not trying to infringe. But, man, I love the way she's thinking. Let me put it that way.
I'm kidding, man.
John is saying Happy Death Day is great. So fun. Freaky was fun as hell too. So I mean that definitely giving hope for the the director that you guys have for that. And I always check them out. Whether I actually planned on doing an unboxing tonight, but we got talking so much. I actually have a Scream 6 mask that I have not unboxed yet.
Wait a second. Is this the aged mask from Fun World?
Hey, it's closed up. I haven't looked at it yet. I mean, I could pop it open real fast and we could take a look at it if you guys want to
Well,
see
I'm not
what it
gonna.
looks like.
I mean, I'm not gonna put a weapon to your head or
You guys don't
anything.
want to see a Scream 6 mask.
Wait a minute.
Well, I
Put that
haven't
down.
seen it yet. I haven't even seen
So
it.
you purchased this, Michael, recently?
I did. It's closed. I have not opened it. Well, I did pop the side tabs because I didn't want to stab myself, live on stream, but I have not opened the box yet. But if we
Here's Michael. I have a proposition for you, man.
Okay.
You carefully open the box so that it's resealable. You pull it out. Let's take a look at the Fun World Scream 6 officially licensed mask.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna goo goo and gaga, and then you're gonna put it back in the box.
Okay.
Seal it up. Grab a fresh shipping label. I'll give you my
Send it to
address.
you, right? Is that where we're going with
ship
this?
it right to me. I'll have it.
Definitely where we're going with this.
I'll have it by the end of the week. Yeah.
I don't think it sounds unreasonable, Steven.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Like,
Okay, so it came with some
I'm
paperwork.
kind of kidding. No.
He said, "I'm kind of kidding." Okay.
Steven, I do have an amazing one that's a custom Scream 6 at the shop, signed by Billy.
All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So I am going to turn on my light here, so you guys can see this.
That's awesome.
Let's see here. So it is a little more flimsy than the other Scream mask, but believe me, I am no expert.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
That's Fun World, right? That's the Fun World?
Yes, this is the tag.
That's it. That's the one.
Right here.
I can't even see the okay, here we go.
Oh, there it is, dude.
And the mask
actually
looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty sharp.
Yes.
It's very...
Now, what do those run from Fun World?
They're about $25.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So let's see if I can get my hand up in here. It's a little more flimsy, and it is just, to me, it's just a little flat, but I think I can work with this and pop this out a little bit.
Bad looking at all.
But it does look super smooth, you guys. The eyes are blacked out very well. You can tell it has a mesh because you could somewhat see my hand through it.
So that's the new Billy.
So this is So this,
or Max, to get really super technical, way more technical than you want to get. Trust me. It's actually Max Leferrier's mask. Max Leferrier, who is the stunt performer who actually wore the Ghostface age costume in the movie. He's actually a guy in costume.
That's badass.
Interview of him on my channel if you want to check it out. He's fantastic.
Super cool.
Michael actually should have
the material.
And I'm serious, and kept a few back. Like just put them in a closet.
Well, this will probably go in my closet. I'm not lying to you.
Because that thing will only go up in value.
Oh yeah, when they get through selling out of those things, man, it'd be like the Scream 25th anniversary. They're going for $50 now. On average.
I got it. I think I paid $24.99 from Fun World.
Good.
And they got it to me in like 3 days.
I have a whole
yeah.
So we have a like for the shop, we have a storage room for for the shop stuff we will bring in later. But I'll always buy stuff that I'm like, say I'm at Walmart or Target, and I look at something, I'm like, that's the cheapest that's ever gonna be.
Yeah.
I'll just pick it up and just put it back,
Sure.
Let it gain 20 years or,
Heck yeah, man.
But all that's
make
gonna
yourself
do,
a little profit on that sucker down the road.
All that's going to do is I'm going to pass away. My daughter's going to be on a cruise, sipping martinis. You know what I mean? But that's fine too, dude. But the Star Wars. I'm not even a Star Wars guy, but when the Star Wars brought out those it was like 4 or 5 masks that they brought to Walmart. You remember that? And they were they were like $50 a piece.
Oh,
and they brought them to Walmart. I'm like, that's the cheapest they'll ever be, So I bought that whole line and I just put them back, man. Like, it might bite me in the ass, or they'll never be cheaper. That's for damn sure.
Oh heck no.
So you can't really lose your ass on them. So
true.
That stuff's fun to do, man. Like, I wish I did that when I was 9. I saw a super shredder that I owned. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was a Super Shredder, and it was like graded in this like container. It went for like almost $3,000. I was like, yeah, but it's just like that stuff's cool to me. But it's like, damn, I had him, But
Wow.
I played with him to where he had like 1 foot and like no accessories, and
that's the thing. Growing up in the 80s, for me, it was all those vintage Star Wars figures that I had.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
If you had those,
I know.
Imagine.
Me. I know. I look at stuff like
why
that.
Why weren't our parents looking out for us? Like, yes, I'll get you that turtle, but I'm gonna buy 2 of them, and I'm gonna put 1 back. And damn, dude.
But that wasn't a thing back then. That's the difference. Like, we live in a world now where we know collectability. We understand like this stuff is a real thing. So that's something that we might be more inclined to do.
I didn't think I was old enough for a Super Shredder to be worth that much, but
yeah,
it just showed my age. I was like, damn. Like, yeah, it was in this case. It had like his accessories were like in its own spot, and like it was graded. It went for like it was close to $3,000. I was like, wow,
amazing,
wow.
Hey, listen, when I first got into collecting, I don't collect a whole lot anymore. I did for a long time, but what I collected wasn't horror memorabilia. It was sports memorabilia, game worn helmets, jerseys, and pants by my favorite player at the time, Drew Bledsoe, and and all of his rookie cards and just all those really rare chase cards and that was my thing for a very long time. But 2 things I'll never forget. I was how old was I back in that day? I was young. I was 18 or 19 when I decided to start doing it. And my brother-in-law, who had been collecting his whole life, he's the one that got me into this. And I had no concept of a card having value. I thought a card's worth 10 cents in a piece of gum.
Sure.
And he was like, no. He's like, and so he took me to my first card shop.
Okay.
And dude, let me tell you something. When we walked in there, he's like, let's show us your Drew Bledsoe chase cards. The guy brings them all out. And I'm like, he's like, okay, this one here, this is $30. This one's $75. I'm like, my jaw about hit the floor.
Yeah.
But something he told me that I've never forgotten. He said, if you're going to collect something, remember that there could be a day that the value of that is 0. Yeah. And you still need to be happy with that item. And so he says, collect what you love, regardless of its monetary value. Now, he wasn't running a business. So, Matt, that's different, Matt. You're in a different position. But just in general, I've never forgotten that advice. So it's like every time I bought a card or anything, I wanted to love that item, and as if it had a 0 value, except my own enjoyment. And then the money's the bonus part, if it is.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I
like
that.
In the 80s, cards were the big thing because, if you look back to the 80s and you had sports cards, even your parents at that time were like, put these away, because they exist. When they were kids, you had the Mickey Mantle rookie card. You had sports cards all the way coming up. Now, where we kind of got screwed over with collecting sports cards was it no longer became exclusive to certain people collecting, and that's why the older cards had so much value because there were so few of them. But in the 80s, everybody started saying, hold on to those, they're going to be worth so much money. Well, every kid in the world was holding on to those, and now you can go buy a full box of unopened like 89 score football cards for like $15 because there's so many of them now. Because so many people kept them, and it's just like sports cards aren't what they were when we were kids. Hell, the Mickey Mantle rookie card, if I'm not mistaken, there was like tons of those in a crate that got dumped into a body of water, and that's why there were so few of them, and that's why and then you had things like when the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card came out with Upper Deck, that was a huge card, and it's debated that Upper Deck started printing just those cards and releasing them into the wild. So every time they would print one, $50, $50, and now there's so many of them. It's Upper Deck swears up and down it didn't do it, but a lot of collectors are like, bullshit, they did, because you can
Yeah.
look at the sheer amount that we have.
And that's what, in my opinion, that's what sucks and is also cool about collecting. Like, if you can find that item that at the time people don't think it's going to be worth jack shit, you know, but you know they've only made this many of them, and you might not give a shit about it now. It's like when you come back and it's like that, you know, this is just off the top of my head, but like a Chase, say it's a Chase Raphael where he's blue, and nobody wanted him at the time because he was blue, but you bought it, kept on to it, and then 10 years later they didn't make that many blues because nobody wanted him, but you have him and he's worth a freaking shitload. It's a gamble. It's a guessing game.
Yep.
But it's, you know what I'm saying? That was a bad example, but you know what I'm saying? You want what they did not make many of.
Yeah.
I just ran into something. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a pink version of something, some character that nobody wanted back in the day because it was pink, and now it's freaking, you know, buku bucks.
Yeah.
But it's all about what's rare.
It all goes back to
find stuff.
what we learned in school about supply and demand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. For real.
yeah. Bare bones it with that, and anything collecting. Like,
for real,
you know,
it does.
You look at the stuff I have behind me, it all freaking means something to me. You know, it's Friday, it's Michael.
Same with me, Michael.
Yeah. It's those are the things, man. And
Same
Steven, you put it best, and that's great advice for collecting. You know, it's only worth what someone's willing to pay for.
That's right. Exactly.
And at the end of the day, if you have it and it's worth nothing, are you still happy that you have it?
That's it.
You know, because I have a bin full of sports cards I kept from when I was a kid, and I'm thinking about, you know, when I have a bonfire this summer, just being like, boop, I remember this one. I remember this one. I remember this, because they're worth absolutely nothing.
Still don't do that.
Try carrying those around when you move or have no place for them. It's a lot of them are bad, man. Like, I still have some good ones from when I was a kid that I kept in hard plastic, like the 89 Barry Sanders rookie. Like, I'll never part with that, like, regardless. But I loved Barry Sanders as a kid. I thought he was the best running back I'd ever seen in my life as a kid. And it's just like those are the things, man. But, you know, for the most part, it's just not what it was when people were kids. And I mean, you got to think too, generational, like horror wise, like you have Jason, you have like old school Michael stuff. And, you know, once our generation passes, it's like, what connection will the next generation have to these things? Like, will they really be worth a whole lot? Because these are very sentimental to us. Very sentimental. Like, you could sit here like a Jason X mask, my Jason X mask. I'm sitting there salivating looking at that thing. There's not a whole lot of people that would be doing that with a Jason X mask. You know, it's just not true. Like horror fans, Friday the 13th fans, Jason fans. Yes, of course. And then people that appreciate, you know, cool stuff. But, you know, outside of that, you know, for collectibles and stuff like that, it's a little tougher. You look towards the future. Is it going to be something that, you know, people are going to want in 30, 40, 50 years from now? But no, it's all special to me.
But it even goes back to, I'll say a couple things that go right with what you're saying, Michael. One, that's why when I see something at Walmart or Target that I just know is, I'm not going to get rich on, but if I can look at it and say it's never going to be cheaper and it'll only go up, I'll buy it, and I'll just put it in my, you know, shelf, because you never know.
Right.
And then I'm the same collector as you are, Michael. A lot of people, you know, when they're in the horror industry, they're like, you know, Matt, why don't you have the evolution of evil figures, you know, that are worth a whole lot of money? Because that's not what I go for. I collect what I want to be around. Yeah. I collect what I want to be surrounded by, that I like and enjoy. Yeah. And if it doesn't gain money or value, that's fine, but I enjoyed it. So that's how I collect, man. I have a lot of custom stuff, and everybody knows that custom stuff doesn't really gain value. It's all that,
right.
it's that merchandise that is licensed that gains the value. But but I would rather spend $500 on a gorgeous custom like life-size bust than on a figure that I know when it first came out cost $30. It's just me, you know. That's where I'm at with it.
And Jeff brought up a good point. He said sometimes it's the thrill of the hunt, Michael. And Jeff, I would say that's probably 80% of what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh
you know what I mean? At least like the amount of times that I would spend with people just looking like, is it there? Is it there? You know, dude, that's almost everything to me. Like 100%, Jeff. You couldn't have said it better, for sure. For sure.
I mean, I remember before eBay.
Once I have it, it's not.
Yeah.
I still enjoy it, but it's not near as important as when I was searching for it. That's just true.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, before eBay came around, I remember when there were actual card shops.
Yeah.
And you had to go physically to the card shop, and you were hoping. It was like walking into a potential gold mine. You just were like, do you have this card? I'm looking for, a Bledsoe Pinnacle rookie. Do you have the Pinnacle rookie card? No, I don't, but I've got I've got the Bowman, and I've got the other one. And it was like, I remember I would go all over Houston. I had like 5 shops that I would go to and just drive all over town to those shops to see what they had in that week, any new chase cards that I was looking for. And it was the hunt, like you're saying. It was so exciting,
guys,
because you just were hoping they were going to have it,
Yeah.
Hey guys, Miley Cyrus told us it's the climb. It's the climb.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the climb, man. It's the climb. It's the search. It's the climb.
Dude, the funny thing about it is the card shop that I went to.
You're with
as a
me,
kid,
Steven, right?
I totally with you.
I have no idea.
Yes.
It's over Michael's head, but it's the climb.
Yeah, my Miley Cyrus history isn't so great.
It's okay. It's the climb, man.
It's funny though, because the card shop I used to visit as a kid is still there. And they still sell
that's pretty
cards,
awesome.
and they still sell comics. And
wow.
It's just crazy. It's literally 2 miles from my mother's house, and I was in that area the other day, and I'm like, man, that thing it's still there.
That's dope.
And of course, I pulled in, same guy. It's still in there.
That's dope. That's dope.
I know.
That's dope.
Oh man, they all shut down. All the ones in Houston, they all closed. They're all gone now.
We used to have them in the mall here. We used to have card shops in the malls here.
Same here.
And it was just like, I'm going to the mall. I'm going to the card shop, as a 12, 13-year-old kid, and I still open one of those packs. I'd probably still eat the bubble gum from like 1984 Topps pack. I bet you it'd just be, I wouldn't even want to know what that looked like then, because even when I got it as a kid, it was stale. Like, what would that gum be like now? It's just
on a rock even then when it was new.
Right.
Yes.
It's like they print them stale. It's like they're going to be stale anyway. There's no need to wrap these in anything. It's going to be fine. Just stick them in the cards. It'll be good.
All right, Steven, what's going on with your screen here, buddy?
What's that?
What's going on with your screen? You're changing screens here.
No, he's just going in
I just
and
got
out
stuff
of
going
camera.
on around
Turn
me.
the camera
So
off.
yeah, it's just my camera. That's all.
Gotcha, buddy. It's interesting, Michael. The collecting worlds. Oh shoot.
Uh-oh.
It's season of the witch.
Season of the
Let's take it.
So if you look at the bottom, you have an option to stop cam, Matt, like towards the bottom of the screen. You could just click it, like if you still want to hear and talk, but you're doing something else. You know what I mean? It's
what's it called?
Stop cam.
It's at the bottom.
It is at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. StreamYard. It's
I
next to the mute button.
I don't have that, but it's cool. It's all good.
You should have it.
It should be there in StreamYard.
No, I actually, it's probably better if I don't find that, because you'd probably never see me. And I just,
That's pretty crazy.
It'd get real weird.
But I really do hate. I am gonna have to wrap this up, you guys, because I do have to be somewhere early in the morning.
No, I was gonna say the same thing, but man, it's been awesome.
Yeah, it was a good show tonight. We didn't get to the Freddy fan film. But just real quick, Lydia says, "Hey, do you want me to come find it for you, old man?" The button on there for you.
That's funny.
Is that funny, Steven? So Lydia is my girlfriend, and she likes to mess with me. So yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, let her have her fun.
That's all right. Yep. Okay.
Steven, I do want her to find that. Actually, I just don't want to tell anybody. But Steven, it was great to see you, man, and
You too.
I'm glad you're doing well, buddy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No, I mean that. I'm glad you're doing well. And it was yeah.
I had a great time. A lot of fun.
Michael and I we're a bunch of freaking goons, man, but we have a good time, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
And our chat is, I'll go and say it's second to none, man. They're the best. But
yeah, that's awesome, man. You can't beat it. That's great. Got a great community you guys have built up, man.
They're true horror fans, man. That they come back to listen to our bullshit, and I freaking love them for that, man. I love them. And Michael's my boy. But that's what I had to say. Michael, you go.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just answering Jeff in the chat. I guess Jeff's going somewhere to take cards or something. I don't know, man. I'll talk to you about it offline. I guess Jeff's going somewhere, but and I'll talk to you guys backstage. But I do want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. It was fun. Later on this week, I will get to this Nightmare fan film because I really want to see it. It's really new and that. But I want to thank both of you guys for being here as always. Steven, always a pleasure, my friend.
Same here.
And I'll talk to you guys backstage. But for everybody else, don't forget, tomorrow night, I will be going live at 8 p.m. with Brandon from I Like Scary, and we are going to talk Halloween Lives. And I cannot wait to do that for sure.
Michael, and I'll talk to you backstage, but yeah, I might be able to join me if you'll have me.
Yeah, sure. I just know that you work on Tuesday mornings and it's 8 o'clock. But I'll talk to you backstage. We'll see what's up with that. But everybody else, I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow night. And the people that can't make it tomorrow night.
Love you guys.
I will see you guys next Sunday. See you guys next time. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye.
Love you guys.